Happy New Year and welcome back to the channel, and today I'm going to talk about how to renounce your Malaysian citizenship. Now, although the website has step-by-step guides which are really simple for you to follow, there are many fears associated with renouncing your citizenship. And all I could find on the internet when I was doing this process myself was bits and information from forums and one Medium article written by Vern. Everyone has got their own reasons why they would like to give up their Malaysian citizenship. For me, it is about giving to Caesar what is to Caesar and to God what is to God, and that's my personal conviction. And since I've already created the video on how to renew your Malaysian passport online, I thought why not I create another support video for all of you guys out there who are asking how can I renounce my Malaysian citizenship, especially my friends, you're asking for a friend, right? Now, there are a few things that you have to note before you give up your Malaysian citizenship. Number one, you will not be able to get your Malaysian citizenship back once you have given it up. It is almost impossible. Number two, once you have given up your Malaysian citizenship, you are then eligible to withdraw all the funds from your EPF account into your foreign bank account, or you can receive it via a bank check. And number three, you will need to cancel all your accounts that requires your IC to operate, such as selling your car, such as closing down your private health insurance, closing down your internet plans and phone plans. Because after this, you will no longer have your Malaysian identity card. Changing any of this will take a lot longer. Now, I'd like to address a couple of fears in regards to renouncing your citizenship. And no, you will not be fined or thrown into jail based on my experience. It also costs very little to renounce. And they're more than happy to help you to renounce and preventing you from doing so. Now, the fastest way to renounce your Malaysian citizenship is to do it at the National Registration Department, also known as JPN in Putrajaya, as it only takes them 14 days to process everything. If you are urgent and you need to process it fast, you could have it done within 3 working days. Now, if you were to go to any JPN branch or overseas consulate or embassies, it could take up to 6 months, because the same documents that you will provide them to do your renunciation would have to be sent back to Putrajaya for processing. If you're planning to do your renunciation in Putrajaya, it is advisable to travel on your foreign passport into Malaysia, as it will save you 100 ringgit for a 30-day pass once you have given up your Malaysian passport. I did my renunciation last year in 2020 during lockdown, and they implemented this system called Temu Janji. It's called appointment. So you have to book your appointment online before you come into the office, or else entry will be refused. In order to initiate the renunciation process, you will need to get yourself 2 pieces of Form K. They are the original forms for renunciation. You could pick them up from your nearest JPN branch or your closest consulate office. Now, you need to provide a list of documents for your renunciation to go through. And the first thing is you have to provide your foreign passport and your foreign citizenship certificate, followed by your latest birth certificate extract. You have one of those birth certificates from the 90s, which were written in paper. You've got to get that updated at your local JPN branch. They can do it for 5 ringgit, and it only takes about 5 minutes to get it done. Now, you also have to provide your Malaysian passport and your Malaysian IC, which you will then give back to the Malaysian government. The only thing that you will get to keep if you were born in Malaysia would be your Malaysian birth certificate. And you also have to provide 2 copies of your passport size photo with a blue background, which you can do at any photo shop in Malaysia. And lastly, you will have to provide a copy of your Form K, 2 copies of your Form K to be signed by a Commissioner of Oaths, because there is an office for Commissioner of Oaths. If you go in early, you can have the officer to sign on your forms, and if I'm not mistaken, I paid only about 20 ringgit to get both forms signed. And once you've passed this step, congratulations! Now you just have to wait 14 working days and the process will be complete. But if you have to leave early, you have to leave the country early, or you need to withdraw your EPF money early, you could call them to ask them to expedite the process. If you have entered Malaysia during this time with a Malaysian passport, well, technically you are now an illegal alien during this 14 days of processing because your foreign passport has not entered the country and cannot leave. And you can't go to immigration now to do your special pass because you don't have your renunciation letter. And during those 14 days that you're waiting for your renunciation letter to be processed, book a day that you know that your renunciation letter will be ready, and book an appointment online with the immigration department and book it under enforcement. That is the only department that will process your special pass. When you get to do your special pass, you have to bring in a copy of your flight itinerary. So you have to print it out and you have to show them, because that will give them an indication of when you leave the country. And that will also give them an indication of how long a special pass they have to provide for you. So one special pass is about 100 ringgit for every 30 days. Now, once you've received the renunciation letter, you can also go to EPF to withdraw all your EPF funds. You can have them send it to your Malaysian bank account under the name of your foreign passport. Or you can also have them provide you a bank check that you can bring overseas and bank into foreign bank account. Under special circumstances, you can get them to wire the money into your foreign bank account straight away. Now, I hope the information that I provided in this video, it has been informative enough. And if you have more questions about renouncing your Malaysian citizenship, you can always contact me either on YouTube, in the comments. If you don't want to be so public, you can always contact me on Instagram. I can put down the links to the different government bodies as well as my Instagram profile to ask me any questions that you have, and I will try my best to answer those questions based on my own experience. I hope you guys have a great time, and I will definitely be back on more tech videos because I've bought a lot of more tech gear this year and I sold out a lot of the old ones. So tech reviews will be coming back after this video.